right. Good afternoon, and of course, many thanks for joining us this very wonderful Saturday, the 7th day of March. Times really fly so fast. I hope you're safe. I hope haukuswim on your way home. Yesterday was a disaster. Nairobi was a big swimming pool, actually, by the way. So a lot of people yesterday were forced to look for alternatives to make their way home. Others slept in the office. That is the sad state of affairs right now, as the wrath of Mother Nature continue to pound on several parts of the country. And of course, sadly, at least 8 people have been confirmed dead. So keep safe. Make sure that at least you take all the precautions given by the Met Department so that you can stay safe, because we need you. But on a lighter note, however, this particular Saturday we have a lot of sporty action lined up for you. The Kenya Cup action this particular weekend, and of course we have one of the most amazing encounter between two of the most decorated teams in the Kenya Cup. I'm talking about now the current league leaders, Cabras, and of course KCB, the second place in the log. And this is the battle of the Titans. The competition between these two teams has been quite amazing and thrilling to actually watch. And today, some of the rugby, or rather the rugby enthusiasts, will be served with thrilling action. And of course, the Sugarmen will be visiting KCB in what promised to be one of the game changers. Actually, this will be shaping the way now the league will be turning out to be, given the fact that we only have 2 games before now we can play the kickoff. So, I mean, the playoffs in the Kenya Cup. Remember, for the past 4 years in a row, Cabras Sugar have been dominating the Kenya rugby scenes, and of course they have really enjoyed quite amazing performance in the top flight rugby league. So far, this is their 50th game without tasting defeat as far as the 15 sides is concerned. So you can imagine this is one of the most decorated teams, and a win for KCB will be boosting their morale and of course cementing their status as one of the most competitive and decorated teams in the Kenya Cup season. And of course, just beside that, we still have a couple of matches lined up for today in the Kenya Cup, where Menengai Oilers, who lost for the first time during the weekend, of course they'll be down to action against a decorated team, that is Masinde Muliro University of Science and Technology, or if you prefer the acronym MOST, later on. And of course we still have the Kenyatta University best side, Black Blood, the KU Black Blood, of course, will be down to action today against Impala. So both teams will be eyeing a place in the quarterfinals. And as things stands in the table standings, of course, we have league leaders, that is Cabras Sugar with 45 points, followed by KCB Rugby Club with 43 points. Remember, these two teams are unbeaten this particular season. But today, things might change, because at first kuna mtu lazima ataenda nyumbani akilia, mwingine akifurahi. So is it KCB ndo watatandikwa nyumbani ama Cabras wanakuja kuvuna points 3? So it's just a matter of time before sasa tujue mbichi na mbivu kati ya hizi timu mbili. Remember, hizi ndo timu kubwa. When you talk about rugby, only 2 teams, at least in our modern age, the 2 teams comes in mind, Cabras na KCB. These teams have been dominant because of the obvious reasons, and you know, when we talk about a team's performance, it comes with a lot. Financial muscles, well, pia the quality of players that you have at your disposal. But at the end of the day, it all boils down to one thing: financial muscles. And that is pretty obvious. Then at third, tuko na Menengai Oilers with 40 points. Then we have Strathmore Leos at fourth with 26 points. Then Kenyatta University best side, that is Black Blood, with fifth with 23 points. So you can imagine, just how important this particular fixture will be for either team, because they have to close it if they want to fancy their chances of playing, of at least taking part in the playoffs with only 2 games to go. Now, that is Matters Rugby. Remember now, the Kenya national women football team, Harambee Starlets, jet back in the country yesterday, away from, of course, their international assignment, but this was international friendlies where they lost against Benin and, of course, the host nation Ivory Coast. But there were key takeaways from the team, especially from the head coach Beldin Odemba, who said the recent performance posted by the Kenya national women team, Harambee Starlets, is occasioned by a number of factors, given the fact that now there is a new pair of crops, mostly a new pair of players who are trying to blend in the system. And of course, the international friendly was important for the team now to gel and get some insight about global stage, and of course to fancy their chances, and even as they prepare for the Africa Cup of Nations, which was supposed to kick off this particular month. However, CAF, that is the Africa Football Governing Body, postponed to July, still 2026. Now, at least that will give the team enough time to prepare and, of course, try to balance a few areas. Now, the schedule will be released by the Football Kenya Federation in regard to what to expect now moving forward, as the team prepare for this very important continental assignment. You remember the first time, actually, or just the last edition, the team took part in Africa Women Cup of Nations, but unfortunately they did not win even a single match. So this time is to learn from the previous mistake and make sure that at least they borrow something. So they are in a very tricky group against Senegal. We have the likes of the host, that is Morocco, then Algeria in that same mix. So you can just imagine the task at head. So kazi ipo kwa timu ya kinadada Harambee Starlets, and we wish the ladies all the best, even as they endeavor to bring glory to Kenya and even fly Kenyan flag very high in the continental stage. And we hope that maybe this will be now the stepping stone and of what to expect in the near future. So don't worry about the team's performance in the international friendly. This is just to gauge their level of preparedness and try to work out on their weak links. So I'm sure the 2-0 defeat against Benin, the 1-0 defeat against Ivory Coast, the team will now pick a lot of positives from those defeats and build on that. I'm just trying to echo the sentiment that was issued by the Harambee Starlets head coach Beldin Odemba. Now, that is matters football. Remember, this particular weekend we don't have Kenya Premier League action, or if you prefer now the branded version of it, the Sportspesa Premier League, but we have more at Bet Cup. This is the round of 32. A couple of teams have already played, so this particular weekend we have a lot of teams lined up for today's action. Then tomorrow, the likes of the record Premier League champions Gor Mahia will be down to action, and of course after that we'll be bringing you a detailed analysis of what to expect in this Mozart Bet Cup, and of course which team has already proceeded to the round of 16, what to expect. As we speak right now, a couple of matches are already ongoing, and of course we'll be bringing you up to speed with what to expect in terms of scores, who will be proceeding to the round of 16, even as now the competition stretch to the wire. And of course, in same breath, the English Premier League takes a break, but we have FA. This is the 5th round of FA Cup. Today early kickoff itakuwa ni Arsenal vs Mansfield. That match will be played at exactly 3:15 East African time, so it's just a couple of minutes before the kickoff. And of course, later on, Chelsea will be down to action. I think the highlight of today's weekend, as far as the FA Cup is concerned, is the clash between Newcastle United and Manchester City. Now, that's a big one because FA is important. FA ni hatuwezi quit to Carabao, but kuna some sort of prestige that comes with winning FA. And of course, to add the cherry on it, ukishinda FA na ushinde EPL, well, that is double. Then kidogo kwa town wendo wale kusema streets kidogo inanyamaza, nyindo mna wika for a while. So FA is equally important as well as the English Premier League title, and of course Champions League and all the competitive actions matches that we have this particular season. And talking about Champions League, remember draw iko out, tushajua nani ana face who, and for those who don't know, don't worry, tutakuwa tunakupatia an in-depth analysis of this, now the knockout phase of the UEFA Champions League. Recently tulikuwa na qualifiers, the playoffs, the likes of Real Madrid, PSG, once again top guns, now will be taking part in the knockout phases. Just like I said, the initial group stage matches does not really matter. It doesn't matter if wewe ni Arsenali umeshinda, ulishinda with the highest point. It doesn't matter kama wewe ni Liverpool, Chelsea. What matters is the work now at hand in the knockout stages, because there's hakuna redemption here. If you get knocked out, well, you live to fight another day. So Chelsea vs PSG, Manchester City, well, this fixture is very amazing. Manchester City, Real Madrid. These guys, I think kuna venye UEFA wamepatana sana hadi tunashangani aje, because in subsequent years, like lazima tutapata a Real Madrid, Manchester City in the UEFA Champions League. Last season ilikuwa hivyo, this time round wanapatana, but one thing is for sure, lazima mmoja wao ataenda home. Is it Manchester City, Real Madrid? While Chelsea and PSG, they met last in the World Cup. Of course, Chelsea won. This time round, they meet yet again in the knockout phase. So, will Chelsea proceed or watakuwa na pack their bags na kurudi London? Or maybe is it time now for PSG, now who are the defending champions, to pack and probably wait for another season? Well, so that is some insight in this, and of course what to expect. That's just a glimpse of our menu. Nini tumekuandalia leo. So that's the menu. Be ready, of course. I have my a panel of pundits who will be later on bringing us to speed with what to expect, especially in the European football, the Kenya Premier League, be it the Kenya Football Federation, of course, ama tunaita the Football Kenya Federation Premier League. Kwa wale wenye wanapenda mnaweza sema SportPesa Premier League fixtures, now the title race in a stretch to the wire. We have even the Mozart Bet Cup in it and everything, all this. And later on, I have another pair of guests. We'll be talking about matters hockey, and this is the Kenyatta University Open Tournament. I have two amazing gentlemen who will be joining us later on just to bring us up to speed. What will is this, the KU Open Hockey? What does it entail? What is it? What is it? Or what in it for the players? The nitty-gritty that you need to know about this KU Hockey Open. And of course, watakuwa natuambia, remember that particular tournament will be happening on the 4th to 5th of April. That is next month. Well, Now it's time to take you through some of the news that we have highlighted for you that will be making the basis of our show today. Alright, now waza tukupashe. Now this is in regard to Kenya Cup playoffs, and of course that will be happening, or rather that will be played this particular weekend. The Kenya Harlequins will be down to action. Remember, against they will be down to action against Kisumu RFC at the RFU grounds, while Nakuru RFC will hope to edge into the playoffs picture when they face our fourth place Strathmore at Nakuru Athletics Club. And don't forget, in the same breath, we have the big battle of the Titans between the KCB and Cabras Sugar. These two teams will be meeting today as they try to claim their dominance in the Kenya Cup. All right, remember, Impala also will be down to action against KU Best Side, that is KU Black Blood. That match will be played at KU wanaita bin, wengine wanaweza prefer kuita the theater, ama hiyo ndo the slaughterhouse ya KU Black Blood. And of course for the rugby enthusiasts, you're all welcome to make your way to the Kenyatta University bin and cheer your team as they try to clinch this spot to make sure that they take part in the playoffs. So for the rugby enthusiast, all roads leads to Thika Road, and you make your way to KU as you support your team wakitry kufanya some magic there. Remember, we only have 2 matches remaining before now we head to the playoffs. Alright, so that is matters rugby. Now let's switch gears to matters football. The national women's football team, Harambee Starlets, has returned to the country after playing 2 international friendly matches in Ivory Coast against the Benin women's national team and the host Ivory Coast women's national team. The matches were part of the team's preparation. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. Now let's continue. Now the team which is, rather the organization which is organized by CAF will now take place from July 25th to August 16, 2026 after the schedule was revised according to the Football Kenya Federation. Now further details regarding the team's preparation for the tournament will be communicated later. The Beldin Odemba-led charge are in Group A alongside Algeria, Senegal and host Morocco.
First of all, it's good we've played international friendlies. They give you the real picture of where your team is, of what to work on. My takeaways, one will be we really need to work with the girls mentally and psychologically. And then 2 is just to work on where we've seen where we need to sharpen, like we need to sharpen our attack. We need to start getting goals. We need to create, we are creating chances, but we are not getting goals. So we really need to work on scoring goals. It's very much important for us to have international friendlies. We've played before, of course, but the team has changed. So again, the girls, the new team, the new girls in the team need to understand what international stages and such international friendlies give us, always gives them that feel. The friendlies have also assisted us in seeing the team as it is. That is one. 2, to see the combination of different players, and from now we, of course, we have time to still work on the team. The last time Kenya qualified for the WAFCON, we lost all our matches. We are looking forward to make it better than we did last time. We've seen teams like Ivory Coast. Of course, we've played against them. This is the third time we're playing against them. So they've given us that feel of what we're expecting ahead. In our group, we have just not played Senegal, but we already played against Algeria. We've played against Morocco, but we still have some work to do. And I'm glad that there's time and we can work on what.
Right. Habari ndo hiyo sasa kuhusu kikosi cha Harambee Starlets in terms of what they need to work on na the lessons learned. Now, after successfully concluding the training workshop for the second cohort in Mombasa, all roads lead to Kisumu for the third cohort of Football Kenya Federation Talent Identification Workshop. The training, which is delivered under the tutelage of the FIFA Talent Development Scheme and coordinated by the FKF Technical Department, aims to overhaul the national talent identification system by focusing on modern scouting techniques and grassroots inclusivity.
Projection yetu na strategic plan ile tumelay down ya kujaribu kutrap the talents that are available. I think we are getting there because first of all tulikuwa tuko hesitant, the feedback tapata kwa ground when we start the scouting courses in terms of kwanza the selection criteria that we set, and then in return to what we get, because coaches with good background who have been training and they're already engaged in the grassroots. We find them from C's to D license and intro courses, and I'm very happy that the chairmen from all these regions so far, they have really been very cooperative in trying to get the best. So we are sure the best will also be able to extract the top talent and the raw talent from the grassroots. It's a big concern, so it's a challenge for us, but for sure when we started this, we knew the next step will be players have been identified, then we have to parade them for pre-selection, maybe within the same setup of the regions like we have done, depending on the number of players that have been identified. But then the federation doesn't have a technical center at the moment. We are still in the process of getting one, but that doesn't stop us from identifying and pre-selecting and selecting top players.
Now, still matters football. Bandari FC will face off Bumbani Stars in the round of 32 of Mozart Bet Cup at Kwale Stadium at 3 p.m. East African time, while Ulinzi Stars will play host to Zoo FC at Ulinzi Complex, among other fixtures set for this Saturday. On Sunday, Kenya Premier League record champions Gor Mahia will face off against BB Breads FC, famous for upsetting top guns in such tournaments. Elsewhere, Shabana FC will host Muhoroni Youth FC at what promised to be a highly charged encounter at Gusii Stadium, while Kakamega Homeboys will play host to Kipchimchim FC at Bohongu Stadium.
Napigwa mtu teke hapa na Ernest Sebastian Wekesa, anapenyeza moja nzuri kale pangi sharks kwenye kidisa ndoka leto ile goalkeeper anaweka tena kwenye mikono yake salama. Byron.
All right, now let's switch gears to Monitors European football-related affairs. Now, UEFA has slapped La Liga giants Real Madrid with 15,000 euros on Friday for the racist and discriminatory behavior of its supporters. In its official statement, UEFA stated that one of their alleged fans performed a Nazi salute before Champions League match last week in the second round of Champions League playoff against Benfica. The European Football Governing Body's disciplinary board also issued Real with a partial stadium closure of 500 seats, suspended for 1 year probationary period. The first leg of the tie was marred by an incident of alleged racism aimed at Real Madrid winger Vinicius Jr. by Benfica's Gianluca Prestini. And now to some FA action. Now Mikel Arteta's side Arsenal will entertain Mansfield Town in the 5th round of FA at 3:15 p.m. East African time, just a couple of minutes away before Chelsea takes on Wrexham, as both teams' eyes are placed in the quarterfinals of FA Cup. In another match lined up for today, Newcastle United will be hoping to advance in the quarters of the competition when they face off against Pep Guardiola's side Manchester City. On Sunday, Fulham hosts Southampton at Craven Cottage, while Sunderland travel to Val Park to square it out against Port Vale FC, among other fixtures lined up for this weekend. Right, and with that, we are due to our first break. But before that, let me just remind you about the conversation that we are having later on after the break. Remember, it's about KU Open Tournament 2026. And I have two amazing gentlemen will be joining me after the break to give us some insight about this, the KU Open Tournament 2026, what to expect. The venue will be at KU main campus, or if you prefer, Estadio de Volcha. That is the venue where this tournament will be taking place. And of course, I'm just eager and very curious to know what teams will be taking part, the format, the criteria used to select these teams, and of course, is it a one-time thing, or of course, a one-time thing, or this is now a subsequent series of this tournament. And at the end of the day, kuna kakitu. And of course, this tournament, of course, for registration goes down to 6,000 Kenyan shillings for the participating team. And remember the date, mark the date on your calendar. The date will be on 4th to 5th of April 2026 at Estadio de Volcha here at KU. So that is the venue of this particular tournament. And of course, later on, I'll be joined by my guest. This is a sports analyst to bring you up to speed with the week's review of sporting action from football, rugby, athletics, name it, tennis, everything you need to know about sporting action, especially this particular week, and of course upcoming events as far as football, rugby, athletics, of course tennis, everything is concerned. And a key focus will be on the ongoing Mozart Bet Cups matches, the Kenya Premier League action, then EPL, and of course the FA, and of course now the Champions League draw, and what to expect, especially now that the real test of time awaits for both teams in the UEFA Champions League. But first thing first, let's take this very short break. We'll be back with more.
Badala ya kutafuta kazi, tunaweza kuanzisha miradi yetu ambayo ingetusaidia kubadilisha maisha ya wazazi wetu.
Kwa vijana wenzangu, wengi wale wana kazi, lakini ikiwa sisi wenyewe tutajiamini, tunaweza kujiajiri wenyewe.
Afrika kwa kweli tuna mahitaji ambayo ukiyasuluhisha unaweza kuathiri watu kwenye bara hili
bila uoga. Watu huwa na uzalishaji zaidi, wanajawa na ujasiri, wanakuwa wabunifu na wanakuwa wenye maarifa.
Niliamua kuacha kazi, hata kama sitafanikiwa, nitakuwa nimejaribu, nitakuwa najua haiwezekani.
Hakuna kitu cha ajabu hapa. Kila anayepata ufanisi hufanya kazi usiku na mchana.
Kitu kitakusukuma na kuwezesha kupata maarifa ambayo hukuwa nayo.
Tunajaribu kutengeneza kitu kitakachopita mipaka ya nchi hii.
Ikiwa unataka kubadilisha ulimwengu, anza na nyumbani.
We know life gets busy, but your well-being is of great importance. At KUTV's Focus on Health, we cut through the clutter, bringing you expert advice to keep you well informed for your well-being and that of your family. Every Thursday, 7:30 p.m., join me, Yvonne Kemuma, as we bring you health and wellness right at home.
Fashion. It's more than just clothes. It's a statement, a feeling. An art form, a way to express yourself, a reflection of who you are. It's Fashion Diaries. Join me, Ashley Asachi, every Monday from 8 p.m. as we bring you Kenya's latest trends, emerging fashion designers, glamorous fashion events, runway shows, red carpet events, and so much more. Fashion Diaries, unleashing your inner fashionista.
Ninakukaribisha rasmi kwenye mitindo ya kipwani, kipindi kinachokuza utamaduni wa kipwani, nikikuletea mazungumzo ya moja kwa moja na wataalamu, vyakula vilivyopikwa na kukorombezwa, viungo mwake vya kipwani, ngoma zetu za asilia za Kimbijikenda, bila kusahau tarabu na chakacha. Yaani wanawake Uswahilini watakuwa wakinengua na kuzungusha viuno kama panga boy za trekta ndani ya mitindo ya kipwani KUTV, ukiletewa moja kwa moja kutoka Salama Bling Beach Resort kila Jumamosi saa 10 jioni na Jumapili saa 4 usiku, ukiwa nami mtamu wako zaidi ya asali. Mimi naitwa Waridi Tamu. Mpenzi mtazamaji, usipitwe na matamu.
Get ready to embark on a journey into the exciting world of technology as we uncover the latest trends, interview top thought leaders, and dive deep into the world of tech like never before.
Currently, we are facing the challenge in terms of finance. It requires one to move from different counties because we really need a large data set for our model to be more accurate.
In this new and exciting series of the Technovation Show, join me, Yvonne Kemuma, every Monday 8:30 p.m. for a fun and thrilling experience as we explore the cutting-edge developments, meet visionaries driving change.
Somebody who is in the underground mine doesn't know the presence of those gases. So there are a lot of gases involved. There is methane, there is carbon monoxide, and there's also hydrogen sulfide. These gases actually, they are very dangerous and they're very toxic.
And discover the endless possibilities of the tech world.
Are you an aspiring media practitioner, a graduate, or you just want to advance your skills in television production? Then welcome to Kenyatta University, where education meets innovation. KUTV, the premier university television station in Kenya, is now offering short courses in TV studio, field technical operations, and video editing. Through these courses, you will acquire hands-on skills on camera operations, media production, lighting techniques, audiovisual editing, and sound and visual control, and how to operate key equipment in modern TV control room. Enroll today at KUTV and discover your full potential in cutting-edge TV broadcasting. Graduates of these courses will receive professional certificates. For more information, visit our offices at KUTV Studios or call us on 020-870-4252 or 020-870-4255 or SMS us on 0739-110-544. KUTV, a new experience.
Alhamdulillah, tumshukuru Mwenyezi Mungu Azza wa Jalla, ameweza kutujalia tena mwaka huu, mwaka 2026, kuingiliwa na mwezi mtukufu wa Ramadhan, mwezi wa baraka, mwezi wa neema, mwezi wa mambo teletele ambayo kwamba tukiyashika basi tutafaulu. Mwenyezi Mungu atujalie tuweze kukubaliwa katika Ramadhani hii. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Back. Welcome back, and this is the second segment of On the Sports Show. And just like I promised you, I have very amazing guests here, the two of them. So just a quick reminder, we are talking about matters, hockey, and on 4th to 5th of April, here at KU University, or if you prefer, KU's main ground, they call it a Stadio de Vulture. And of course, this is where the 2026 KU Open hockey tournament will be taking place. And just to bring us up to speed with what to expect in this very amazing tournament, let me just introduce my guest pretty quick. Tanza na wewe, just Gina, and from there tuna proceed.
So I'm Jefferson Zina, and I play for Kenyatta University Hockey Club.
Okay.
My name is Biswanga Nimrod. I play for Kenyatta Hockey Vultures hockey team.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So the 2026 Open Tournament yenye itakuwa inafanyika from 4th to 5th of April. Bring us up to speed with what to expect in this tournament in terms of preparation iko aje, tuna expect teams ngapi, na nyewe personally umejipangaje?
So the tournament is actually going to be very exciting. Kuna a number of teams zenye already zime confirm zitakuja. We have the likes of we have sisi yenyewe will produce at least 2 teams for the tournament. And then we have other campuses like Strathmore that have confirmed to come for the tournament. We also have universities, UN, and the few universities around Nairobi, and also have clubs that will be coming to play in the tournament. Yeah.
And maybe to add on what my teammate has said, this is the second edition of the tournament. We held another one last year And from the participation for the first tournament, the people who showed up for the tournament were quite a few teams. So I'm hoping this year we will be getting more teams on board, because the first event we had almost, I can say, maybe 15 men teams and 10 women's teams. So those are around 30 teams. So maybe the turn up for this event this year, I hope it's going to bring in more teams. And maybe to add on add an historical perspective on the tournament, maybe. Essentially, these tournaments are are held to expose the team to other teams which are playing in the hockey league. And for us, I can say it's a step we are taking maybe more serious this time, because it's going to be part of our pre-season to the coming season. And maybe we are looking for some resources from the tournament to help us run the team for the season coming up. So maybe it's part of our training season, test up for the season, and also it's also a platform for us as a team to get some resources from the hockey fraternity in Kenya.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tunaambiwa this is now the second edition. The first edition was last year. So moving forward now to the second edition, najua kuna some of the lessons yenye mulilearn in the first edition. And maybe muna hope like maybe mta improve on it this particular the second edition of it. But just a quick one. How many teams are you expecting in terms of registration? And of course, ni nini muna hope now to make it like a completely different from the first edition?
So I'll start with what's different. So for this second edition, we have a prize, a grand prize that for the last edition there wasn't any grand prize. So the grand prize is supposed to be won, and it's a very hefty grand prize, and it's in the posters, imekuwa advertised. It's around 60,000 shillings. So the men category will have 30,000, and the female category will also have 30,000. So
Gender
it's going,
balance.
yes, yeah. So it's going to bring competitiveness also into the tournament. So we really expect it to be one very interesting tournament coming up. Yeah.
Talking about the money factor, now that the information is out for the participating teams, mwambiwa hapo kuna prize for the winners, and of course in both men and women category. In terms of numbers, maybe it may help kidogo to boost the numbers ama
for sure, you know, where there's money, it's part of the, how can I put it,
pesa sabuni ya roho.
Bas, the correct term, pesa sabuni ya roho. So it's part of our strategy this time to bring in more teams by adding that prize category. And it's also good for competition, you know, when there's something you're fighting for, it brings out more fight in the teams. So it's one of our strategies for this second edition of our tournament. And then to maybe add, if you have been to a stadium, for the few teams who have enjoyed playing at that ground, it's one of the best in the Maram, leave alone the turf, coming to the Maram, those pitches which are made out of Maram, it's among the best in Kenya if you have played there. So apart from the prize money, you have also good grounds where the tournament is going to be held. So that's part of our strategy also, to sell a stadium out there that we have a good ground for hockey. Yeah.
All right. Talking about now the good grounds and of course the infrastructure, there is there is a very important, aspect that you guys mentioned, the fact that this is the second edition, and it underscores the importance and the need of having such tournament. For you, mnaitumia kama precursor as we wait for the league to resume, right?
Yes.
Talk to me about the importance of having such tournaments, leave alone the money factor in it, just when it comes now to the level of preparedness. If indeed you are a very serious, hockey player, hockey club, give me some insights why we should have these tournaments more often.
I can say one, it raises the level of exposure for young players, because in this tournament we also expect high schoolers to come. So having them play in the same field, or having them watch the players who are in the Premier League play, they really learn a lot. So that's for the young players. Also for the upcoming players, they'll be competing against players who play for the national team. So it's also an opportunity for them to also us as a team, KSKU Vultures, to learn a lot from those who are above us in terms of the level of hockey. So it's a platform also for exposure for people to learn. Yeah. So even apart from the money factor, we players are going to really benefit a lot from the experience learned by watching and by playing. Yeah.
Talk about the exposure that this tournament gives the upcoming players, and of course the blended version of it, watching your favorite hockey stars down to action, the kind of motivation that gives the young stars. Just a brief one. This tournament, given its magnitude and of course the journey yenye mnaanza first edition to second edition, moving forward, what is your take as far as having such competition is concerned? What's the plan now moving forward?
Moving forward, I think looking at the setup, bringing us to the second edition of this tournament, looking at it from the players' perspective, I'm not part of the management, so I'm just a player for the Kenyatta Hockey. I can say it's a very good setup. I'm encouraging also the other teams which have grounds to set up something like this, a tournament, because personally for me as a player in the hockey scene, I play for Kenyatta University in the University League, which is KUSA, and in the Kenya Hockey League, which is the body which runs hockey in Kenya. So I have only 2 events which I'm playing for KU. So adding up those tournaments are what is going to occupy most of the calendar, because the fixtures I get from KHU and the ones I get from the KUSA, they cannot run for the whole year. So part of the time, like right now, last weekend was the last week of the Kenya Hockey League. So we have like a pre-season. So we are in the pre-season time. So right now is the right time. Most of the hockey players do not have like competitive events going on. So these events are what is, how can I put it? Like they are testing grounds for even the new signings for the next season. If teams which are signing right now do not have events which they can expose their players to, so that they can get them for the next season. So these events, like the one which the Kenyatta University is going to hold on the 4th and 5th, are like training grounds for the teams to test their players before the new season
begins.
Before the new season begins, it's like where they like you go test your players, see if you are ready for the next season. Lack of those tournaments means that teams just go enter a season without like training for it or testing their players to see if they are fit for the coming up season.
Wasikuja na marust.
Yeah, so these tournaments are very, very essential for season running well, because you prepare for the season. You do not prepare during the season, you prepare before the season begins.
Okay.
And then to add maybe another point is that tournaments are very competitive in nature and very, how can I put it, they are very compressed. Like you hold an event for like 2 days. So when players come, you know, a season is very long. It's up to maybe 10 months or 12 months. Let me just 10 months. So a season is very long. You cannot you cannot see a player enough to gauge how good he is, because in a season there's some games which you play well, some games you. So maybe I came to watch you on a day when you are not playing well, but if you have a weekend which is compressed, or maybe I watch a player play for in a tournament, maybe in the pool games you have 3 games. If you proceed, maybe you have up to 5 games. So I have a chance of watching you play 5 games in one weekend. Those are 2 days. So it's also a very good for coaches who want players
for scouting.
For scouting. So it's tournaments are very good for pre-season training and also for coaches who are scouting for players.
Sasa hapo ndo talent yenu itashine.
Hapo sasa ndo pia sitaonekania pia.
Utajituma mbaya sana.
Hapo sasa.
Uko na dream hockey club? Yenye unataka sahi unasema huyu jamaa kiniona?
Personally for me,
ama wewe ni loyalty?
Right now I'm not looking for but that's for those because even in university you have like first year, second year and third year and fourth years. So maybe our fourth years are looking at maybe opportunities out of Kenyatta University. So it's also a good place, even if not for the players at Kenyatta University, maybe the other teams, there are other players who are looking for opportunities outside of where they're playing. So it's also a good place for them to showcase their skills so that they can be scouted for maybe better opportunities elsewhere. Yeah.
So imagine unang'ara na pia unang'ara na do na pia unang'ariwa uko pia na coach mwenye anaona talanta. So that's a good it's a good avenue for coaches to scout for upcoming talents, because mostly inakuanga upcoming talents na pia wale wenye wameiva, wale mapro. Now let's take a look at the group yenye tuko nayo. So group A in men's category, we have Wazito, then tuko na Egerton, Trojan, Strathmore, Hospital Hills. That is still men's group B. Tuko na Vultures, where you guys, that's your category. Then we have Parklands, Woza, then Daystar men's, Masai Mara. Then group C, men's group C, we have Impala A. I understand pia tuko na Impala B. Good. And then KU Parklands. Kuna confusion mahali hapo, mtaniweka sawa. KU Parklands, then tuko na the Underdogs Nakuru, then JKUAT, that is in group C. Then in men's group D tuko na Impala B. Then tuko na B Tigers, Park Road, Stingers, and then Machakos. That is in group D. Then women comprising group E, where we have Strathmore, then we have Ravens, Sliders, Titans, and Twinkles. Then group F, still women. That is the pool. Okay, kuna confusion kidogo. But we want to just to bring us up to speed on which teams to expect. Then tuko na so far well, some of them expect around 30 but 28 confirmed, right?
Yes.
So then kulikuwa na a little bit of confusion kidogo hapo kikuja kwa tumeona tuko na KU which is Vultures, then KU Parklands.
Yes.
Is it one team ama?
So basically it's one team. But here in KU we have a platform for our young players, those who are joining in first year and second year. So where they can learn also from the Vultures is like the main team where we have all the senior players playing. That's so the Parklands team is where we have our young players who we want to see them also, so we give them also a platform for them to play, because if we had one team then there wouldn't be enough slots for also them to play. We only need 18 players and we have quite a list of players in Kenyatta University. You are very blessed. So the two teams is for one's for the senior players and one's for the junior players.
Okay. For your groups, that is the same groups and you guys may expect the pools. We have like almost pool A to F, both men and women combined.
We are expecting to retain the teams which attended the first edition, and maybe to add more because we have the infrastructure to host more teams because we have two pitches. So and from the marketing of the tournament itself, from the management, I think they are becoming more proactive in marketing it. So I'm hoping that we attract more teams this coming edition.
All right.
Yeah.
Guys, because of time, let me this like just 1 minute, pretty fast. Apatie for your closing remarks. So nitaanza na wewe. This is the moment yenye ukitaka kutuma salamu. Ambia ndugu, jamaa, marafiki. Kwa TV man, unaongelea mambo ya hockey.
Maybe parting shots I can say I'm taking this chance as a Kenyatta Hockey team player to invite you to the second edition of the Kenyatta University Hockey Team tournament, which is going to be held on 4th and 5th of April at the Kenyatta University Hockey Grounds. It's a good tournament for both players and coaches to come and showcase their skills, and also for the coaches to maybe gauge their players and maybe look at their available players who they can sign for the upcoming Kenya Hockey Union season. And if you have been looking around at the socials of the Kenyatta Hockey team, you will find they are looking also for vendors at the tournament. So if you are a vendor with looking for a space to display your goods, Kenyatta Hockey team is looking for you so that you can showcase your event or your services at the tournament.
All right.
All are welcome.
All right. Your parting shots?
First, I'll say it's been a pleasure to be here and to talk about the team that I love and the sport that I love. So I'd like to urge each and every one of you to each and every team out there to show up for the tournament. We come and socialize and have fun while enjoying the sport that we all love. I don't have much. Maybe I can say shout out to my team, Kenyatta University Hockey Club, and to baby staff.
All right. So for the teams that are yet to register, now after this conversation, kuna some incentives hapo, 60 Gs, ndio. And for both men and women, wanaume mkishinda mnakula zenyu 30, women 30, and of course that's a good incentive. And registration fee goes for 6,000, That is for each team, right?
Yes.
Good. So make your way, and of course for the lovers of hockey, msisahau grao ni Estadio.
The Vultures.
The Vultures. Sio?
Yes. Kings of Maram.
Kings of Maram.
Yes.
And nasikia ni one of the most amazing stadiums unaweza play your hockey. Tutakuja to confirm. Nakuanga na bado niko na talent.
Nasema fika ground.
Nifike ground.
Kwa shut hapa kuna little bit wanasema visit Estadio.
Visit Estadio.
That's it.
Napenda hiyo. Tupatane huko. Hizo 30 Gs. Man. Anyway, so thank you so much guys for making time, and of course for shedding light into this very amazing discussion about matters hockey and why we need to have regular tournaments like this and conversations like this to shape the future of hockey in the country, and pia kupatiana some insights on the importance of such tournaments for the youngsters. Today nimelana a lot about why we need to have such tournaments. Mtu kama my brother here ndo apate spotlight.
That's
shine, you get ule your dream coach, dream of your team, the coach of your dream team.
Yes.
Anakuona na kusign up, unasikia fit, si ndio?
Yes.
Courtesy of KU Open tournament.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Kwa wale watu kama mngependa kufanya mambo yenyu huko, pia mko welcome. Mnaweza kuja hapo mshowcase. Unaweza kuwa labda talent hauna ya kucheza hockey ama hata team hauna, lakini bado uko na ile talent nyingine, labda wewe ni muuzaji sweet hodari, uko na chance ya kufanya mambo yako hapo. Wasiwa njugu karanga, kila mtu space iko, au sio?
All are invited.
Good. All right, so we call it a quit as far as this discussion is concerned. Asante sana for making time. Two amazing gentlemen here wakitupatia some insight about the upcoming 2026 KU Open Hockey Tournament that will take place on 4th to 5th of April 2026. Now up next, we'll be diving into sports review with my pundit, who is already in their house, and of course I'll be introducing him later on after this very short break.
Badala ya kutafuta kazi, tunaweza kuanzisha miradi yetu ambayo ingetusaidia kubadilisha maisha ya wazazi wetu.
Kwa vijana wenzangu, wengi wale hawana kazi, lakini ikiwa sisi wenyewe tutajiamini, tunaweza kujiajiri wenyewe.
Afrika kwa kweli tuna mahitaji ambayo ukiyasuluhisha unaweza kuathiri watu kwenye bara hili.
Bila woga, watu huwa na uzalishaji zaidi, wanajawa na ujasiri, wanakuwa wabunifu na wanakuwa wenye maarifa.
Niliamua kuacha kazi, hata kama sitafanikiwa, nitakuwa nimejaribu, nitakuwa najua haiwezekani.
Hakuna kitu cha ajabu hapa. Kila anayepata ufanisi hufanya kazi usiku na mchana.
Kitu kitakusukuma na kuwezesha kupata maarifa ambayo hukuwa nayo.
Tunajaribu kutengeneza kitu kitakachopita mipaka ya nchi hii.
Ikiwa unataka kubadilisha ulimwengu, anza na nyumbani.
We know life gets busy, but your well-being is of great importance. At KUTV's Focus on Health, we cut through the clutter, bringing you expert advice to keep you well informed for your well-being and that of your family. Every Thursday, 7:30 p.m., join me, Yvonne Kemuma, as we bring you health and wellness right at home.
Fashion. It's more than just clothes. It's a statement, a feeling, An art form, a way to express yourself, a reflection of who you are. It's Fashion Diaries. Join me, Ashley Asachi, every Monday from 8 p.m. as we bring you Kenya's latest trends. Imagine fashion designers, glamorous fashion events, runway shows, red carpet events, and so much more. Fashion Diaries, unleashing your inner fashionista.
Ninakukaribisha rasmi kwenye mitindo ya kipwani, kipindi kinachokuza utamaduni wa kipwani, nikikuletea mazungumzo ya moja kwa moja na wataalamu, vyakula vilivyopikwa na kukorombezwa, viungo mwake vya kipwani, ngoma zetu za asilia za Kimbijikenda, bila kusahau tarabu na chakacha. Yaani wanawake Uswahilini watakuwa wakinengua na kuzungusha viuno kama panga boy za trekta ndani ya mitindo ya kipwani KUTV, ukiletewa moja kwa moja kutoka Salama Bling Beach Resort kila Jumamosi saa 10 jioni na Jumapili saa 4 usiku, ukiwa nami mtamu wako zaidi ya asali. Mimi naitwa Waridi Tamu. Mpenzi mtazamaji, usipitwe na matamu.
Get ready to embark on a journey into the exciting world of technology as we uncover the latest trends, interview top thought leaders, and dive deep into the world of tech like never before.
Currently, we are facing the challenge in terms of finance. It requires one to move from different counties because we really need a large data set for our model to be more accurate.
In this new and exciting series of the Technovation Show, join me Yvonne Kimuma every Monday 8:30 p.m. for a fun and thrilling experience as we explore the cutting-edge developments, meet visionaries driving change.
Somebody who is in the underground mine doesn't know the presence of those gases. So there are a lot of gases involved. There is methane, there is carbon monoxide, and there's also hydrogen sulfide. These gases actually, they are very dangerous and they're very toxic.
And discover the endless possibilities of the tech world.
Are you an aspiring media practitioner, a graduate, or you just want to advance your skills in television production? Then welcome to Kenyatta University, where education meets innovation. KUTV, the premier university television station in Kenya, is now offering short courses in TV studio, field technical operations, and video editing. Through these courses, you will acquire hands-on skills on camera operations, media production, lighting techniques, audiovisual editing, and sound and visual control, and how to operate key equipment in modern TV control room. Enroll today at KUTV and discover your full potential in cutting-edge TV broadcasting. Graduates of these courses will receive professional certificates. For more information, visit our offices at KUTV Studios or call us on 020-870-4252 or 020-870-4255 or SMS us on 0739-110-544. KUTV, a new experience.
welcome to the third segment of the sports show. This is where we do sports review, and of course I have my guest who is here with me, Ishmael. Long time no see.
Back.
Tangu Manchester ianze kushinda.
Tuliamua tupotee pia kidogo.
Anyway, what does it feel? I found Michael Carrick.
It felt good during the first 2 games, but after that we are just tunategemea tu individual brilliance of Bruno and Sesko. We are not playing football.
Hakuna individual hapo.
No, we are not playing football.
Manchester mko na viwete, mnasemaje individual brilliance?
There's no pattern of play. Yenye unajua tu wakikuja hivi watacheza hivi. Nategemea tu individual brilliance ndio inatusaidia. Sio tulishikwa na watu 10.
Katandikwa.
Tuliwaachia pia.
That was a clear proof that nyinyi hakuna.
As long as tumeshinda hizo tuko sawa na top 4. Najua tuko mbali sana na watu wengine watatufikia.
Lakini safari bado.
Si tushamaliza sisi.
Anyway, talking about kumaliza sasa, unaona wanadada wetu walienda pale pia wakamaliza mambo yao akarudi. That was preparation for Africa Women Cup of Nation. Happen this particular month, but ikakuwa pushed forward to late July still this year. Well, a quick one based on Harambee Starlets' performance: 2-0 defeat to Benin, 1-0 defeat to Ivory Coast, and the funny thing ni ini team ilikuwa inafaa icheze AFCON. What's your take on based on those performance?
I believe maybe coach Beldino Demba maybe bado ako na time, and maybe anaweza sema the squad maybe is new nini, but I think for Ivory Coast walijaribu 1-0 because they're also a good team from Africa, but I think from the squad selection pia kulikuwa na a lot of complaints from people because ukiangalia kuna Lona Faith, the under 17 girl, she was left out of the squad. You just wonder how, and then they picked the defender, the left back, I think the 17 years or 16 from the Kenya Police Bullets. You just wonder how. Yes.
And of course there was some part of admission from the head coach Beldino Demba in terms of squad selection. Kasema that we have very new players and we are trying now to blend them. So for me it was like a trial and error, some sort. Kuona like if maybe wako up to, because that was an exposure match.
Yes.
Waone kama they can fit and meet the international standards. So I think now the postponement of this AFCON 2026 now from March to July, it's some sort of relief for the team. Now they can go back to the drawing board and try to see if they can fix a few things. So that was the takeaway for me there. Of course, pia admission from the coach herself pia made a lot of sense.
Yes, but ukiangalia pia waliacha Corazon Aquino out of the squad. You just wonder how experience iko hapo. She can also deliver, but coach aliamua opt na very young girls. Maybe they'll deliver, who knows. Yes.
And to switch gears pretty quick for Mozart Bet Cup. Say this particular weekend tuko na a lot of matches in between. And most of the time tumekuwa na surprise occasions, like ukiona a team from maybe National Super League Division 1 in a surprise the Top Gun. So this time round, this weekend to expect nini?
I think a very key match to watch, Baby Bread versus Gor Mahia. Baby Bread walitoa FC Leopards. I think FC Leopards, they underrated them. For Gor, maybe the coach can also do that. He can also decide to start a second 11, the players who are not given much game time, and maybe it can also backfire to them. But that is the key game, I think, for me, according to me, in the Mozart Bet Cup. Yes.
Do you think maybe because Mozart Bet Cup is equally important kama kuwin ligi, because the winner anapata ticket ya represent the country in the Confederation Cup.
Yes.
And it's a game yenye ufai ku gamble in the sense that our representative lazima wakue like equal to the task, because after hapo watakuwa na meet the best of the very best in the continent. Good case, study case nisema ni Nairobi United. Wakapiga Gor, wakaenda huko. Do you think maybe kama ingekuwa ni Gor wangekuwa ungekuwa wao ndo wanacheza CAF Confederation Cup, pengine performance ingekuwa tofauti.
Of course, ukiangalia Nairobi United they were in a very easy group except Wydad ndio ilikuwa the strongest team hapo. They walikuwa wa collect points from Azam. Ukiangalia games zao za home wange collect points from Azam na hiyo Maniema, but they failed to win even a single game. So Gor ingekuwa hapo, I know Gor wange deliver and at least wangetoka na number 2, that one I'm sure. Yes.
So hiyo ina point to the fact that these teams wanafaa ipatie like wapatie this CAF Confederation Cup the seriousness it deserve. After the likes of Nairobi United, I remember still ni Kenya Police they represent
yes,
the country in the League. Yes. And of course back then normally predominantly tulikuwa tuna expect tulikuwa tumezoea Gor, FC Leopards, sometimes KCB no Tusker. Now the table ina turn kidogo, sasa tunapata very surprising teams.
Yes.
So inamaanisha like this is, I don't know what's the motivation yenye inafanya a team from National Super League, a team from Division 1 ina outshine even a team that plays in the Premier League.
Think pia ukiangalia hiyo prize money yenye iko hapo mbele yenye umepromisiwa in case uingie group stage. Think wanacheza kujituma sana.
The prize money ni kila kitu.
Yes, prize money ni kila kitu. Prize money imeshinda dia mshindi wa ligi ya KPL.
Money is a factor in everything.
Yes.
And of course I'm trying to
will drop points along the way. That one I'm sure of. They cannot go unbeaten.
but kama kuna team imeprove consistency is Gor. If you ask me, Seattle wako na very fancy squad. No, like
but they have names. They are Harambee Stars
names, but not fancy.
Harambee Stars of Chan is there. The Harambee Stars of Chan is there. So walisign kila mtu Harambee Stars mwenye alikuwa Chan.
But yes they did, but kuna equally good players wenye wako manage kusign. You understand?
Course, yes.
So ukiangalia like during the times of the likes of kina Benson Omala, at time yenye the goal scoring machine, that was now the real Gor. So this time I remember the coach ni new, a squad kuna, for me I see Gor bado ina struggle kujel.
Yes, because I think they have very many new signings. Ukiangalia Gor ya saizi si atu wako na majina kubwa kubwa, at least kila mtu anachangia in terms of the goals. Sika kitambo unapata unajua mtu fulani jua kona mabao kama 19 nini, but for now I think the coach anajaribu kubalance a team which can compete in the CAF Confederations or CAF Champions League. Yes.
And the rising ya pia nini is quite amazing. FC Leopards after the change of leadership tunaona cause ni team in the previous season ime struggle a lot.
Of course.
Sasa hiyo wana chase. Of course bado wako in the chasing pack, but you can tell kumekuwa na some promising performance. But tu umesema ligi bado, but momentum.
Team gani?
Manchester United.
Team gani?
Manchester United. The great Manchester United.
Tuliachia watu wengine, tumeshinda sana.
Anyway, so in the FA like tuko na Arsenal already kick off with a very good team. Mansfield.
Kwanza wamefield a second squad. Ni kama kwanzia tu kwa apart from defense karibu kila mtu mwingine huko ni striker. Sijui leo kocha anajaribu nini. Yes.
So 39 minutes past kick off, still 0-0. I think for Arteta this is the match now kupatia youngsters chance to shine, alafu from there pia anawezaona kama anaweza maybe identify some good players wenye wanaweza kuwa in the packing order just for a replacement. So up to now ni 0-0 and don't be surprised, unajua for these teams wao wanakaza sana because wanataka kuprove a point. So ukifumble as a coach, ukidecide kugamble with their squad alafu kuwe punished, sometimes kurecover way inakuwa ngumu.
But Arsenal najua watatafuta tu kona watashinda.
Waulize Arsenal, waulize Manchester United the meaning ya kurecover venye huko ngumu. Then later on Chelsea will be up against Wrexham at exactly 8:45 p.m. Your easy win for Chelsea?
Maybe an easy win, but pia wakipigwa pia Simba tutafurahia.
You ni hater talking. The big match, this is actually the highlight of the weekend. Newcastle United against Manchester City.
Nataka sana City shinde because naona hapo mbele Arsenal wakishinda quadruple na siwezi tamani hiyo kitu kama hiyo ifanyike. Na tamani sana City shinde ndio progress. Unajua under the people wanaweza kuwa equal to Arsenal size. Yes.
So for you nadhani Newcastle ikipiga Manchester City,
Arsenal watachukua.
It's a win for Arsenal.
Yes, it's
But how sure are you?
100% sure. Arsenal wanakaza sana. Yes.
Then quick one, then we have later on tutakuwa na Fulham against Southampton, then tuko na Port Vale against Sunderland, then Leeds United against Norwich City. That is for today and of course tomorrow. In this particular matches in the FA, of which now, as you can see, the only big teams in tunasema top teams hapo ni we have the likes of Arsenal, tuko na Chelsea, Manchester City and Newcastle United, of which moja wao lazima ataenda.
So
Liverpool pia wako ndani. Yes. So it's easy to predict nani anaweza shinda.
Yes.
But it's not easy to predict. In as much as inakaa easy.
Na depend tu venye fixtures ita plan out. Yes.
Quick one, Champions League draw iko nje even as we close. The draw is out.
Ni pattern yenye mnatumia.
Wacha to analyze. Under the new coach. Actually the only coach mwenye ametupiga na huyu coach ni Arteta peke yake.
Yes.
Tell me kama kuna mwingine.
Sijakata Arteta peke ndo amewapiga, but pia ukiangalia pattern venye mnacheza. It's not convincing. You're just winning.
But football is winning.
But pia lazima ukuwe na pattern. Kuna times zenye football is winning, but kama una pattern pia itakataa.
Umeona venye Joao Pedro ni mnoma.
Yes, Joao Pedro ame-improve so far under the new coach. Huyu ndo mtu anaweza sema ame-transform, ame-improve sana.
Lazima afunge.
Atafunga lakini mtapigwa 3.
Pep Guardiola side la Real Madrid, yes, both side wanakani kama wako very shambolic, but wakimit inakwanga ni different ball game. Wewe this time unaona kama City ndi inapeleka Real home ama Real itarudia kitu yenye ilifanya last season?
City itapeleka tu Real home.
City itapeleka Real home.
Yes, because kiangalia Real first leg I think watakosa Mbappe, Bellingham, key players. So the only hope itakuwa Vinicius.
But City Real imepiga like City without Mbappe. Wakiwa tu na Vinicius.
But pia ukiangalia this season pia City ni a different team. Of course Pep of course unajua tu ana experiment vitu tofauti. So unajua hiyo game ata experiment vitu tofauti. Maybe kibackfire ndo atapigwa, but it can be an easy win for City.
For me I see City going home. Sijai kuwa wrong on UEFA Champions League, lakini that one I know. Pep Guardiola very predictable nowadays. The City that we used to know is not the City we know now. Mambo imechange. Haaland ako tu hapo. City buys a lot of players, quality players, but now kwa convert into top notch team. Sahi kidogo mambo inaenda ZY. No wonder Arsenal wana enjoy. Inauma though. The only hope ilikuwa ni City, tuliwaombea. By all means waangushe ndovu. But it's never too late. Ndovu anaweza anguka anytime soon. Prediction yangu anyway. So guys, it's a wrap. Asanteni sana for making time. But before tuseme a wrap, your final remarks. Najua pia kidogo Kasiti kajakuwa vizuri.
Of course watu wa keep to safe because of the floods. Yes, na tuendelee kusupport Kenyan football. Yes.
Good. Fantastic. So the message is keep safe. Huku nje Mungu ameamua kutubariki na swimming pool ya bure, lakini sasa hii hatuna wanaitongaje lifeguard. So keep safe. Sisi wenyewe hatuna talent wengine wa kuswim. Ni crazy. So keep safe. Make sure just know like tunakuhitaji tomorrow. You are our biggest fan and supporter. Let's do this next week, same place, same time, by the grace of God. Until then, do have a lovely weekend and enjoy the good weather. Hapo kwa the good weather iko na benefits zake. Some of the benefits uko napata back then unaweza pata na hii good weather. See you.